Beautiful people. How is everybody doing? I just wanted to share, um, I don't know, this beautiful day with you and just share this beautiful light that's coming through and say hi and see how everybody's doing. What's going on with all of you? Are you having a good day? Are you feeling happy? And yeah, just wanted to get on and say hi and see if anyone's around and just have a little chat with all of you. So life, I just want to talk about what I'm going through in my life right now, which is certain transitions, certain uncertainties. That's a good one, isn't it? That is certain, that life is uncertain. That's the only certainty you have, is that life is uncertain. And, at times it's more uncertain than other times. Like at times it can be so transient and you don't really have your feet on the ground about certain things, and you can feel a little uncomfortable in that, because we as humans, even though it's ironic, we want certainty, we want to feel secure, we want to feel like we're okay, and that things are going a certain way for us, and when that's not happening, or you've been waiting a long time for things to happen for you, or you're waiting a long time for an answer for something. I've been putting up posts about this because I've been going through it right now myself. And you're thinking about your life, you're thinking about your relationships, you're thinking about your business. Maybe you're thinking, will I succeed? Like, I'm putting all my effort in, I'm doing everything I can, and I'm not seeing the answers that I want, or it's not going as fast as I would like, or I haven't met the person that I want to share my life with, or I'm with somebody or I got what I wanted and it's not what I thought. There's so many reasons why we feel kind of unsteady in our lives sometimes, and uncomfortable, like I said, because it's not really, it's up in the air, so, and especially if you have, actually it goes for whether you have your own business or you're in a job, you're always like thinking, will I be able to keep this job? Will I go higher? Or in your business, will I make that money? And so those are the things, of course, that we all go through. And so I have my own business, and also I am single, and I've never been married. I don't have children, and I haven't so far, met the person that I would like to spend my life with. It's not that I couldn't have been married, that I couldn't have compromised, and I don't mean compromise. They were wonderful people, but it's not about how wonderful the person is. It's about whether you see yourself with that person in the long run, right? How do you feel? You can't force love. You can't force yourself to feel. In my experience, I don't know if you've had a different experience than me. Maybe you can. Maybe you need to have more patience. Maybe that's what I haven't been able to do. Maybe I need to give people more time or the opportunity. But also, I feel a lot of this, in a way, is destined. I am always one to say, like, definitely put your 100%. You do what you can do. You don't sit around just waiting for things to fall in your lap. Like, oh, it's destiny, so I'll just wait around and it'll just happen. No, it's a paradox. It's both. You put the effort in, and sometimes it's not rewarded. Sometimes you don't get what you want, and then sometimes you feel like you do nothing, and it just boom, it's there, it falls in your lap, so but yet you put your effort in. So I haven't done any less effort. Like in the time that I did want somebody in my life, I did all the normal things. I went out, I met people, I went on the apps. I'm still on them, but it's like I don't know anyone else feel like that. I know so many people who met their partner like on dating apps, but I have not been successful with that. And maybe I'm just too picky. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe, or maybe I just haven't met the person that resonates with me to the point where I feel like I would want to bring them into my life and share the rest of my life. Now, also, there's the question of, you know, are we supposed to all be together forever? Like, till death do us part. Is that realistic? Yes, for some people, absolutely. They meet their soulmate and then they're just like two peas in a pod. They're meant to be together and they have the most beautiful life and they get along. They really have that connection with ups and downs. That happens in every relationship. But I wonder if all of you who are in a long-term relationship or have been married or have been, let me know what you think. Like, is it a compromise in the long run? Like, are you just sticking with it because it's convenient and sometimes you feel like, not sometimes, some people feel very, very trapped in their marriage and they still feel very alone. And so there's two sides to it. And being single isn't easy either. Not that like, I'm truly content, in my life, in the sense of like not having somebody like a partner in my life. I'm okay with that, but for a single person it becomes difficult then, because if you don't have a husband or you don't have a partner, you don't have children, you're kind of disconnected from a lot of activities which would then usually, which would connect you to other people. And so I find sometimes, at least me, where I am currently, you can become very isolated and you can become very, very like disconnected from society at large. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Like other single people out there, like what are you doing and how are you feeling about it? And does it feel like this for you, or have you found a way that is easier? And I think it also depends where you are, where are you in the world? Where are you? How old are you? All those things also make a difference. And there's no one thing for everybody. Everybody has this is my experience. And welcome to whoever's here. And you can type your name and say hi. So yeah, I feel it can be challenging at times to be single, not because you mind being single, but because in society it becomes difficult to connect, because it's just many links are missing for you. And especially as an adult, like when you're in school, it's so easy because your friends are around you, you're meeting them every day, you have that link with them all the time. But as you grow up, like, and especially because I freelance, I have my own business, I don't really go to an office or I don't work around other people. So that's another thing that gets cut off. So how do you build bonds with people after you've left, or if you don't have an office to go to? And of course, I help my clients with this all the time, which is do activities where you'll meet like-minded people, or do courses where you would meet people who are on the same path. And so I'm currently looking into that to see, where I can be with like-minded people. And also, like, doing activities together just breaks that initial, you know, wall that we all have, which when you're engaged in an activity, then you're not worrying about the facade. You're busy just doing that thing. Having said that, sometimes you can you can have those solutions, but sometimes I don't know, sometimes it can be challenging to find and to figure out for yourself. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. What are you all thinking? What's going on with you? So I feel it's so important to be real, like to be honest with who you are, so that other people can feel less alone in the world and like relate to you and say, oh, I'm going through that too. And if this person is going through it, then, you know, I'm not alone in this journey. But what I want to do is like, how do we build a community so that nobody is left out? Nobody feels left out in the world, or like, because I don't have these connections, because maybe you're an introvert, maybe you don't, it's not easy for you to talk to other people, or maybe your circumstances, maybe where you live, it's challenging. So that's what I want to do. I want to build a community so that we can all kind of support each other, be there for each other, and then later on have retreats where we can all meet, where we can all like do some interesting things together, explore, meditate, travel together. That is the aim in the future, because I don't know, you tell me, but I feel like this is a huge problem today. I mean, a lot of people are isolated, and you just don't know what's going on. You cannot just look at somebody and say, oh, look at them, they have the perfect life, everything is so beautiful and perfect for them. There's no such thing. And nobody will like let their guard down and really show you what's going on in their lives. It takes some bravery to do that. It takes like yeah, it takes bravery to say, hey, I don't feel that great. Hey, I feel isolated. Hey, I feel alone. Hey, even though my life looks perfect, it isn't. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That yes, we have beautiful moments in life. Yes, we're very successful at times. Yes, we're really thriving. But then at times, no matter how much you have succeeded, no matter how many beautiful friends you had once, no matter how many wonderful, like if you had a wonderful partner, it was beautiful. There are times when you don't have that, and it's tough. It's challenging, and it really isn't the way you see it on Instagram. Those are just, I don't know, sometimes even curated moments that are made to look perfect. And life is imperfect. Life is messy. Life is painful. Life is difficult. I mean, and life is beautiful. Life is happy. But a lot of times it's challenging. It's not easy. You really have to work at it. You really have to work through your own fears. You have to work through whatever is going on, and relationships, and I don't know, there's so many things. So, but all the while, of course, being honest with yourself, being open, and reaching out and speaking the truth. Like, I feel it's important to reach out and say, oh, I feel terrible, I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling alone, or I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling depressed, or I don't know what to do right now, I don't know how to cope with my life right now. Get the help that you need. reach out to somebody, a professional. That is what I do. I mean, I help others navigate through their lives, but I'm a human being and I go through. And, the reason that I can help others is because I suffer through it myself, find some sort of answer, and at the same time, I am willing to learn from everybody who comes into my life. Like, you don't know, nobody knows everything, and having humility in your life, no matter what your position is, just being open enough to say that I'm human and I struggle too, and everybody does. And like, we can learn from each other, we can learn from each other, we can grow, we can, and just be kind to ourselves with our faults. So I don't know, I just thought, let me get on and talk about what's going on in my mind and in my life. And I guess that's what vlogging is. I didn't have the courage to do it before, and I felt like, no, I don't want to share what's going on really, truly, deeply inside of my heart, because that's too much. And then I was like, listen, you have one life. Like, if you're not going to do something with it where maybe what you said really helped somebody else feel better or made them feel less sad or bad about their own situation because you were vulnerable enough to share your pain, then do it, then do it. And yeah, I think it's good to be vulnerable. We've become too guarded today in this world. We've become too, in a way, everyone is like talking about everything, but I don't know if they're being real. Like, a lot of people are just showing something, and they're not showing what's really going on. And that's why you see so many people, all of a sudden they've committed suicide, and you're like, what? I mean, you just look at their page and you're like, what? I mean, look at this person. They were nothing but happy. They were just so full of joy and laughter, and they had all the answers to life. And then suddenly you hear they took their life. Or you see, like, they have this amazing career. So many people like that, Robin Williams, Anthony Bourdain, you know, I can't think of people right now, but there's so many. It's because they were struggling so much internally. They were in such deep pain, but on the outside, nobody knew. So before it gets to that point where you feel like you don't want to live anymore, just speak about it. Be honest. Be truthful with yourself and reach out. I'm not saying everyone's going to be compassionate towards you. I'm not saying people are not, going to. Some people, I mean, I think they're so ashamed of their own pain that they'll mock you if you say that. When I moved to a new country, and initially I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any friends there, and I told somebody at my job, I said, it's very difficult because I feel very alone because I don't know anybody, and I feel sad that I'm alone. And she turned around, she's like, oh, poor you. Oh, how pathetic. You don't know anybody. And in that moment, I realized that everybody is not going to support you. Some people can be really insensitive and mean about things. But there'll be some amazing people who will say, I'm so sorry you're feeling like that. Come with me. I'll help you out. I'll support you. I'll be your friend, So having said that, I mean, if you're a self-reliant person like me, I've had to be self-reliant from the time I was very, very young, because all support systems in my life that should have been there were not, and I had to learn very young to cope, to be the adult, to manage. And and life can sometimes teach you when you're younger that people are not there for you, that they'll abandon you, that they leave you, which is what happened with me. A lot of people who were meant to be the strong pillars in my life were taken away at a very, very young age, when I was very young, when I was a child. And so that taught me that you just have to rely on yourself. There's nobody else. You've got to rely on yourself. And that builds some strong walls around you. And so it's very easy for me to help others, but very difficult to get help. So, or to ask somebody for help, because that's what life taught me at an early age. But as we grow older, we have to unlearn that. We have to unlearn certain things which served us because they protected us, but then we have to learn to undo that. And it is difficult to be vulnerable because, like I said, some people will turn around and do that to you and say, oh, make fun of you, mock you for being vulnerable and for saying that you feel a certain way. But I'm working on it. Am I? Let's be honest. I want to be more vulnerable. Well, this is one thing. This is huge. I'm sharing this with the world. Like, I don't know who's going to watch this. So I guess it's easier to talk into the camera and just not know who's going to watch it, or it's not like directly being vulnerable with the person and saying, oh, I need help, or I'm alone, or I need to make more friends. But this is a start. I would never have done this before. Never have done this before, because I'm a private person, actually. Very, very private. And it's taken me, I'm 48 now, and it's taken me this much time to be able to say, okay, I can speak about things that are really going on in my life and be real and honest with the world. Because I feel this can help somebody. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you today. And also, the light is so beautiful. The light is so beautiful. And what transition are you going through in your life? Like, are you feeling uncertain about something? Are you in a place in your life where you feel like this? Or what is your challenge, in your life? And if you come, to these lives, we will discuss challenges that you're going through, and I'll do some live coaching for you, and learn from you as well. Maybe you'll have some wonderful wisdom to share with me, and just, it's great for us to be here for each other. And I want to be here for you. I want to support you through whatever you're going through, and do it on this platform for free for whoever it is that can't afford services. Or you can always book a session with me, of course. But whenever I go live, do subscribe, do like, and if you want to be alerted for when I do a live and do a coaching session, I would jump I would jump towards this opportunity, because it's a gift, it's a blessing. And I hope to see more of you when I do lives, and I hope to help you through whatever it is. And like I said again, you can always book a session with me, and I will leave my website in the description so that you can book a session if you would like. And that's what I have for you today, my darlings. And thank you for whoever was here, whoever joined this live. And I see a person here. If you want to ask a question about your life, if you need some guidance, if you need some coaching, then type your question and I will help you. I will give you some tips on how to deal with it. And yeah, All right. So with that, I'm going to end this session. And thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. And let's build a support system for each other. And thank you all for being a part of this journey with me. All my love. Take care. Bye.